We see Borg is playing in a tournament, and these trees are quite close to the CC he's using Ptolemy. And on another side, there's cl24 is playing, also playing Ptolemy. And also this tree is quite close to the CC. Also some horses line. Farmstead also there. We could trigger the farmstead from Borg like so. And then we see that the farmstead is outside a little bit here. And CL has the farmstead also a little bit outside here. Starting soon probably here storehouse. Borg has no storehouse and both has no storehouse at the moment. No, here is the storehouse also already. That will be is the first storehouse, and this storehouse will be come up. So then CL is a little bit later with the storehouse, but is in population 1 point up. So they're quite equal. A little bit more infantry on Borg side. A batch of 8 from the house. Large batch.
DSD?
Some slingers. They getting stone.
DSD?
That's a typical start.
DSD?
Slingers and stone. If you look at the units, then we see 12 slingers at Borg side and only 2 slingers at CL side. CL has a little bit more population and Borg has much more slingers. You also could see that here in the infantry statistic that here are 14 to 4. So CL is much more with no attackers. And Borg was a little bit in front looking around. You see that here that he was a little bit checking, but was not very far. He was not very far. So he probably not know what echo he has. He maybe don't know. And LSC is also was not very scouting very out, was not checking away large. Only it's close to the CC. Both players are close to the CC.
DSD?
The production is now 6 and 6 women's, and here's a barrack. Is this the first barrack of the game? I think so. Borg producing the first barrack with a bang and a defense tower, Sandy Tower, for in phase 2, the Sandy Tower. So nobody is going for a calf rush. There is producing houses more. There is a little bit more population. Build house wall. Of course, borg also built houses, but these houses are not really walled. If you look from the top, you see that this is possible to go through these houses. That's not really wall. That's more for, it's more in the near, so if they could hide in the houses if they are attacked. But it's not like a wall. It's a different strategy. Still has a batch of 10 women here, but population is still the same. But borg has 14 infantry and still only 4. So maybe wood gathering is then better, and we see that in borg side. Borg has wood gathering from 180, but it's still nearly the same. Food income is much better than cl. Here's so many fields. Borg has not so many fields, but has more population. TLS is now moving a little bit forward. Missed this three camels. Looking a little bit around. Borg is not aware of that. Cell is simply checking around. CL is checking around what's there, and borg is now possible to see that. I don't know if he see that or maybe not, because no, he will see that now. He knows that this is the attack with slingers. Slingers cheat them away. So he has so many slingers. Strong enough for some few 3 camels. What's there? That's a clash of one single camel versus 3. Okay, that was too difficult. In population, borg is quite the same, like both about 100, both about 104, exactly the same population. Metal is still the same. Stone is a little bit different. cl has more food. cl has a little bit more of resources. And borg has much more infantry. Now a slinger production starts cl. So stone is going down because slingers need stone. Both has a production of 12 slingers. That happens. But here you have 6er batch, and here we have 2 5er batches. Okay, 6er batches are probably a bit faster. 2 batches are bit faster than 3 batches. Okay. But CLS is before, it's a bit faster. And how many barracks? We see 2 barracks on both sides. borg is now going in phase 2. Oh, production of 18 slingers. No, that will be then, that CLS is maybe then soon be in front if the infantry. You see that here, that infantry is a little bit, most of the time, Borg was in front of the infantry, but now it will be change. If the slingers here comes out, then it's probably changing. But both producing slingers always here. So slinger connection, slinger fights, and many slingers collecting here. That will be maybe a strong attack. But Borg has also many slingers. And if Borg then is a good defense, then we will see. Maybe it's more clever to fight on a little different other place. Maybe near the tower. That's maybe a better place for fighting. What's the range of this tower? I think this place is better for Borg a little bit. I not understand why he's fighting here and not a little bit more behind. But you see the kill diestra is a little bit better for Borg now. 1.3. And he has more infantry, 90, and CL is going down with infantry now to 57, and that looks not good for CL. So he's moving backward. And Borg will not follow them. Is that the right plan? Probably. Why not? Borg was not aware that he's so in front of the infantry now. Maybe he expected that there is more infantry then. And so he decided to go back. Borg has a little bit low of wood, so he decided to get wood first. He don't know that the gap is so much. 70 to 120. Maybe if he know that, then he maybe goes more forward, but now he has a good position with this advantage of population. He feels strong enough for building this CC closer on the other side. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. Both player build a CC quite close to the side. CL is not knowing about this CC on the other side, and Borg is not knowing on this CC on the other side. Both players don't see that, but Borg is now seeing that, and CL is not know that Borg know what he's doing here, and that is advantage for Borg that he's a little bit more early aware about that, and he probably could destroy that. That looks not good for CL now. Borg has more infantry. Defense tower. They got the same plan, but at the same time, but Borg a little bit more early. And CL is already starting to get in phase 2, and Borg also starting in phase 2, but CL is a little bit more early in phase 2. If that helps. Resources. In resources, CL is a little bit more with stone. He has a little bit more stone. But infantry, Borg has really more. Who built that? Oh, Borg built a watchtower here. Very clever, very clever. That's really good. So he's a little bit. He knows what's going around him. Cell is also aware about this watchtower and try to get trees much as possible. Nearly 200 infantry now versus 140 about. Both players in phase 3. What's that? Oh, arsenal going up. Now we have here arsenal production and also arsenal production on both sides, and the library. Library maybe could change the situation. If you have a library, then the resources are much cheaper, and then you could get so many military upgrades. Then if you have the library, then you get cheap resources, cheap upgrades, and then the military upgrade goes up and up and up. At the moment, Shell has a little bit more upgrade, and now everything is a little bit cheaper for Borg, and that could be a game changer. But that Borg is now, in the last few minutes, is win some fights. Borg is now producing many things, many things. You see that much upgrades now coming up. TLS is going to the defense on another side, so maybe that's also I don't know. This plan with this library, that's a typical movement that I often use. It's very strong that if you have the library, then you have about 50% cheaper technology resource cost. That's very much 50% for everything, nearly everything. They're shooting with catapults onto this tower. CLS don't see this exactly, this catapults, but he could see the firestones, so he could imagine, okay, sure, there are catapults. Yesterday, GLS wins versus Borg, somebody says, but this time it looks more than Borg maybe will win. Now some upgrades come up. Shield update. GLS still producing now rams from the arsenal. Okay, so ram now attacking this barrack and goes deeper into that area. He has not so many military upgrades. That's a little bit surprised me a little bit, but he has much more infantry, 40 more infantry, and this ram is good protected, all infantry around. He moved forward and know now the situation, which buildings here are. And these rams are not visible for CLF. He don't see that the rams moving around here. Okay, there was a rear elephant moving around a little bit behind the trees, and now the rams coming up. It's good game, some says. Some rams going out. CLS has also rams. Yes, that looks difficult to stand with this GC then. CLS moving forward. CLS has some success. Destroy this castle, but now many rams versus this CC. It could not stand much longer. Now it's going down. I think that's that will be but CLS is also moving forward. With some rams. Borg get more resources, but he's not stopping these rams. nobody stops these ramps. So in long term, it's easier to now for borg, and these elephants kill these ramps. So this will be not easy to repair. Now CLS has resigned, and in the charts we see that it was an economy was quite similar, and yes, that was close game.